back to this week's episode of Whatever Happened to Fun. I'm Bella.
I'm Michael.
I'm Devin.
Whatever happened to fun is for the girl who's a giver, even when you're not a taker.
How profound.
I don't even know if we need a follow-up to that, but...
I don't know if I have anything to say, really.
Stream the Giver by Chapel.
Yeah,
hey, we didn't talk about how Subway is coming out. By the time this episode's up, maybe Subway will already be out.
Because we don't have a release date for it, right?
We
didn't talk about the... You're right, we
talked about the fact that
that.
she was filming a music video
oh my God.
2 feet away from my apartment.
I can't barely even talk about it because I'm so excited.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to believe it until it happens.
I know, it's true.
Yeah.
I'm excited because did you guys see that like in that like sequence or whatever when she's being like dragged by the cab?
Yeah.
The license plate says like 822.
Yes, I saw that.
But it's like that's not people are basically saying like that can't
That would
be the Subway release date because
then,
why would you
That's an
why would you put that in the music video?
In the music video for a song that's already out. So it could be like an album or something.
It could be,
Oh
yes,
God,
which implies that will be
it's so
out
insane.
earlier than that, which it only gives us less than a month for that to happen.
Yeah.
So, which would be crazy. But then, I highly doubt she has so much to tease within the next
like,
month,
I mean, unless it would be another single leading, like...
Maybe another
like,
single.
it's
Or the
so
album
fast,
announcement. I don't
but-
know.
Or maybe there will be
announcement,
or maybe she literally just, I don't know, maybe she knew that the clips would go viral and it is the
True.
teasing
Also
for the
that.
I
I mean,
feel
she's
like
doing
she-
it
That
in
feels
public.
most likely to me.
I feel like she's not really a person who, like, is going to give these big Easter eggs. Like, I feel like she's not really like
She's
that.
not Tay daughter.
No.
Yeah, she's not.
Right, and we've
she's
spoken
more
about
just,
this, like the
yeah,
Taylor
yeah.
Easter eggification of our brains.
I mean,
so,
if
like,
she
we don't
did,
know what anyone means.
If she did that, we would get Sabrina, and then 2 weeks later, we get Chapel.
August is
but that we would
stacked.
be eating.
When does
That's
Sabrina's
kinda
album
setting
come out?
6th, 8th?
Of August? I thought, why did I
think it's
want
later.
to say it was like the 29th, but I think that's
Oh,
CMAT
really?
actually. So
No, I'm
I might
pretty
be.
sure.
No, you're right. I think it's early.
Sabrina
I think it's early
is-
August.
I do
It's
believe.
definitely in August, but I don't know what the actual
Because
date
I remember
is.
it's like
I need a new
a
single.
complete
August
year.
29th.
Oh, it is
August
29th.
29th.
Oh my God, that is the same day as CMAT.
Wow, you'll have
Okay,
a lot to
we're
listen to.
Being
That
fed
is
for the fall. We might
We
be having
are,
a Chapel
yeah.
Wow.
Sabrina Fall as well.
I did see today
Wow.
that Billboard put out their predictions for like the 2026 Grammys because basically like everything that like would kind of be nominated album-wise is out by now or has been announced. Like I think they had Man's Best Friend like on their prediction for album of the year just because it probably will be. But it was just interesting to see like they didn't have Miley Something Beautiful predicted for anything,
because
which I'm not super
hate
surprised,
Miley.
but
Yeah,
I mean, I'll
would
never forget how they
not-
snubbed Plastic Hearts.
Right.
That was the best album.
Yeah, that doesn't shock me, unfortunately,
I
at
don't
all.
know.
But
Mayhem was on there, so that's all I was
And
caring
did you
about.
see the thing about how Miley said she's like not gonna tour
Yeah, I did.
that album?
Yeah, and I'm a little bit like, come on, like just.
I'm not shocked, though.
I mean, if she is
Do
just like straight up
performances.
like I don't want to, it's like hey,
Yeah.
Who am I to
Well,
argue
because
with
then
that?
it's like, even if you are going, it's like if she's doing it against her will,
then you know you
it's
don't want
not
to
really.
like, it makes it feel.
Yeah,
She's
then
like
you don't want
my
that.
white whale
Right.
of concerts. She's the only person that like I really like stand that I haven't seen
That you haven't
in
seen.
person.
I mean, yeah, that's
Yeah.
Lady Gaga for me, and I don't want to talk
Yeah,
about it.
yeah, that starts tonight.
Yeah.
I can't talk about it. So.
Oh, we won't.
We won't talk about it at all.
Well, we have a really fun episode today planned. It's all about, we're kind of like dissecting reality TV as a whole and kind of getting down into the nitty gritty of like society today, how well reality TV kind of fits into our current culture and our current climate. And yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of stuff happening with like Love Island that kind of like contributes to the situation.
yeah.
Housewives, obviously, like I am the resident Bravo person here, so
Yes, you
there's a lot. I think you guys are gonna be kind of interested, but there's a lot of like stuff with like ethics and like stuff to kind of like break down with that.
Okay.
Do we want to start with that? Do we want to do our game? I don't have a prize for you guys today, so I know you might not be as excited about the game.
Well, you know, I'm going to lose.
Well, it
but
depends on if you feel like the game will be a good
Yeah.
setup for the rest of the episode.
It doesn't
or
really
will
have.
it be a fun ending?
You know what?
It could be a good
It could be a good setup.
Wait, I was going to say, before we start, can we name maybe some of our favorite reality TV shows?
Sure.
Just to, like,
Yeah.
maybe to refresh our brains also when we start to speak
What
about
was
it.
what was your first reality TV show that you remember watching?
Dance Moms.
Dance Moms, okay. I've never seen the whole thing, but I know like kind of like the cultural.
I mean,
touchstones.
probably American Idol.
Oh, yeah, American Idol. Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
American Idol. I definitely was watching The Bachelor pretty young. But definitely Dance Moms is like, I mean, I was a huge
That was
American
your
Idol
that was your
though.
tip off.
Yeah.
I loved American Idol though, always.
I was like, when I was younger, this is so weird. Like, I was watching like John and Kate plus 8
Oh,
and
true.
like
John
19
and
kids
Kate
and
plus
counting
eight.
when I was in like
Yes.
4th
TLC
grade.
had me by the neck
that
a little,
was-
I'm not
Oh,
gonna say.
when I was
Yes.
younger and like you would like go around the classroom and be like,
Yeah.
what's your favorite TV show? Raise your hand. My answer would literally be like John and Kate
And
plus
then like
8
the
at,
drama
like, 8
of the
years
divorce,
old.
and then it was just Kate.
Yes.
Oh my god!
Oh my
and did
God.
you guys watch the Dougers?
Yeah, the
Yes,
Duggars.
the
all
Duggars.
those,
Yeah.
and they're
They're
bad.
well
They're
now
weird.
it's like
That is
yeah,
bad?
Well,
Well,
the sun
I
is.
but
yeah.
I did. These are
Yeah.
like when I'm thinking early.
That was everything. And then
Yeah.
Honey
Like-
Boo Boo really
True.
like
Honey Boo Boo shook it
was
up.
and I was like, whoa.
I was supposed to be
Yeah.
Honey Boo Boo for Halloween.
Wow.
Famously,
God.
7th grade.
Wow, and then you weren't?
And what
The-
happened?
Hurricane Sandy.
Holy shit.
So Halloween was literally
Wow,
canceled.
That's
Yeah.
an insane sentence. Honey Boo Boo was
I had
just
my
on-
costume ready too.
Yeah.
It's gonna be really good.
Honey Boo Boo was just on What's Poppin' with Davis. I don't know his last
She's
name
kind of
is.
back in the
Yeah,
cultural.
like, I literally I
Yeah.
saw a man on the street on TikTok and I was like, is that Honey
Hey.
Boo Boo?
Yeah. She just
Yeah.
had a biopic on Lifetime, which I didn't watch.
Yeah, Toddlers and Tiaras. Also.
Yeah.
Right.
4 Weddings.
Yeah.
4 Weddings. Did you guys watch that? Say
Yeah.
Yes to the Dress. Like these are kind of like
I did a little bit.
Yeah.
I was more Toddlers and Tiaras though, like
Love
on
it.
the
My name is Mackenzie.
on
I'm
the
Lindsay.
pageantry of it all. Side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
did do
so
a little
we're
bit.
that was
Definitely.
like way back when
But
like
yeah.
reality TV had nothing to lose. It was just like
Right.
Yes.
anyone did anything.
Because
Yeah.
now, like, actually, I think thinking back, I definitely watched all of those shows, like, way more than I remember because it was
Yeah, now that
so
we've spoken about it,
early
Yeah.
in my life. Because since then, I'm not as much into reality TV is not in my, like,
Wheelhouse. That's
wheelhouse
my
as
show.
much, like, my daily or
Yeah, I
weekly
agree.
life as much as it is for you guys. I feel
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, I do love reality TV, but definitely I've like had to force myself to watch some certain things that like can get past like that hump of like it's boring the first few episodes. And I'm just much more of like a strange
So what do you guys
sitcom
watch?
situation.
Strange sitcom.
Do you know what I mean?
situation.
What do I watch normally?
Yeah. Like what are the reality TV
Like,
shows
what, are,
that you
what
are
would you
watching
say are,
right
like,
now?
really your, like...
Obviously Love Island. I still watch The Bachelor against my will because I like to be in the know. I think
Yeah.
that's more where I come from. What other reality TV shows are popular now? I'm not a Bravoer, unfortunately.
You're not a Bravoer.
I know things about them, but I don't watch
Because
it.
I think at any time, because when I was watching reality TV when I was young, it was also with my mother, who she was a Real Housewives
Yeah.
person. So the only time I've actually ever tuned into Real Housewives
Was with your mom?
was in that also like TLC of it all. Like that was the only
Interesting.
time we did like Real Housewives of like
Yeah.
New York.
Yeah.
I do know a little
Yeah,
bit about that,
yeah.
but all of those things happened when I was very
Right.
like
Yeah,
a
so
long
it's
time
like-
ago, and
yeah.
since then
Yeah.
I completely fell off the Housewives.
I really don't like what other reality TV shows are out now that's not Bravo.
Okay, I watch like of competition ones.
Yeah.
I watch Dancing with the Stars. That
Okay.
one is a recent one for me that like I
True.
feel like is kind of coming back. Like I feel like especially this year when like Alex Earl is on
Yeah.
it and like the Secret. Oh, I watched
Yeah.
Secret Lives of Mormon
Did
Wives
not watch
Girls.
that, yeah.
There, it's like kind of. I feel like it'll be like the Love Island of the fall.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah,
might be
it's
a big
definitely
statement,
huge,
but
yeah.
I feel
No,
like it's going to be
100%.
really big this year. So I watched Dancing with the Stars, which is kind of like so low stakes. Like nothing really
Yeah.
happens
Yeah.
on there.
But there is drama.
Which
on
is
there.
why I
That
think
goes
it's
under the
been
rug.
Yeah.
like able to be successful
Yeah.
for so long. It's kept like I feel like a really normal cadence in like
Yeah.
everybody's like
Yeah.
in pop culture.
But it's crazy. Like that show is like the biggest relation breaker upper like literally all time.
Yeah,
it
it's
really
crazy.
is.
so it's true
Yeah.
of showmances.
Yeah.
And we love the representation for showmances as
we-
well.
Yeah. So I watch that. I watch Big Brother is on right now.
Mm-hmm. You love Big Brother.
So I love Big Brother, but that's another one where it's like you kind of have nothing to lose. Like it's just because it's like nobody's, so it's
Yeah.
like whatever.
Yeah.
And then the other, I guess Drag Race is competition reality, and
Yeah,
then I watch
sure.
The Traitors, which is like my favorite show.
right.
Of like reality. I did watch Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. I have to finish the second season, but then I watch basically everything on Bravo. So like Real Housewives of
Yeah.
New York, Beverly Hills, Orange County, Potomac, Miami, Beverly Hills, New Jersey,
Atlanta.
Dubai, Atlanta.
Dubai.
Yeah.
Zubai.
Rhode Island is filming right now, which I'm
And
really
didn't
excited
London just
about.
come out?
London is happening, but it's not in America. Like I'm sure it'll end up on Peacock at some point,
oh,
but it's
wow.
not Bravo's.
Okay.
Bravo's not doing it.
I
Yeah.
see. Oh, that's so. How does that work?
There's like Real Housewives of like Cheshire or like Melbourne. Like
Right.
there's because it's
but
just
like
like
Bravo
the
doesn't
franchise.
own them. That doesn't make any sense.
Bravo
to me.
has like a stake in it, but like Bravo is not producing it because it's not being
'Cause
shown
it's
in
not
America.
like a
So
yeah,
interesting.
network.
Okay.
because
Okay.
Bravo's only America. It's not
Okay,
like
yeah, okay.
it's like Hayu or something and whatever.
Okay.
And then the other ones I watch on Bravo are like Summer House. Oh, Salt Lake City. Real House of Salt Lake City. Something I missed. Summer House, Next Gen NYC. I'm watching.
Below Deck.
I don't watch Below Deck. That's my one. And then obviously Vanderpump Rules, and now the Vanderpump Rules spinoff, The Valley.
Right.
Pretty much covers it.
Pretty much covers everything. Yeah.
And I have tuned into like the perfect matches of the world. Perfect Match, Too Hot to Handle.
I watched the
most
season
those.
of Married at First Sight.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Which
Love
was
is
actually
Blind.
interesting.
We watched those.
We did. I mean, yeah. Love
Too
is
Hot to
Blind. We
Handle.
watched like that other stupid Netflix
It
one.
was Perfect Match, I think.
Was
we
that one
watched
Perfect
together,
Match?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
sometimes they're just
There's
like,
another one, but I can't think of what it's called.
yeah, I know, because they're
I
all
don't
like
know.
sound
Do you guys
the
watch
same.
like
One of my favorite couples was off of it, but I can't
people
think of it.
love like Love on the Spectrum, which I haven't watched.
I have
watch
not
Love on the
tuned into
Spectrum.
Yeah,
that. No.
I see it
It's-
on TikTok.
It's
but
truly shows like that, like Love is Blind and Love on the Spectrum. Like, I genuinely will put an episode on. I'm like, oh my god, I can't do this. Like,
Yeah.
it bores me to tears.
Yeah, I
for
think it's
some reason.
boring.
But it's like once you get into it and you're invested in
I'm
the
sure,
people.
yeah.
I'm not super into like Netflix's ones. Like everyone loves like Selling Sunset.
I
Oh,
have watched that a bit.
we forgot to mention a huge one, which is Who Watches the Kardashians.
Oh wow, I can't believe that didn't.
Oh.
I mean, I've never watched the Kardashians, but it is.
Oh, you
like,
haven't
the
watched-
big-
You've never
I
watched
did
it?
used to, yeah. In like in my TLC days, like again,
Yeah.
watching reality with my mom, we would throw on the Kardashians,
You
but I
watched Jersey
never.
Shore, right?
Oh yeah,
wow,
that
we're
I
very good.
never
that's,
watched
That's
Jersey
my
Shore.
zinger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I
your-
mean that's like
your
if I
big-
had to name my favorite reality TV show, it's just that
Jersey
for
Shore, yeah.
for
For reasons.
like in nostalgia reasons too.
Yeah.
But
but
it is so good.
but
though.
that was all like a very certain time of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I never would say that I like followed the Kardashians in a way that was like
No.
I'm tuning in every
I've never watched
every
a full
Thursday or
episode
whatever.
of the
But we
Kardashians.
definitely
Yeah.
did watch it.
Okay,
Like I would
s-
turn it on.
This is a good segue into my game.
Okay, let's do it.
So in the year like 2018,
Mm-hmm.
a popular product was being like peddled on social media. It was called Sugar Bear Hair Care.
Yes.
Yeah, I bought it.
They were like, "Oh, you bought it?
Oh, yeah.
What was your experience
Yeah.
with it?"
They tasted really good. I mean, I had no hair, so that was like I was
it
generous.
help?
Her driving force.
It was,
right.
No, it didn't help, and that is so fucked up because like I was so sad about my hair, and I bought it because Kylie Jenner was using it probably.
I think you were taking it like in freshman year of college, right?
I don't know.
Because I remember you being like,
I
remember you
I had the hairbrush that like I bought so many bottles that I started to get free shit from them.
So were you influenced to buy that like through someone? Was it TV? Was it social media?
It was
or was it?
probably Kylie Jenner, but also like I just remember my mom. Like I used to take like these like multivitamins. I forget Women's Health, maybe Women's Nature or something. My mom would just always do like research on it. I was so depressed about my hair, so like anything I could do to help it. So like, and those tasted so good. So I was just like, girl, if Kylie's hair is long, like mine's gonna be too. Not
Yeah.
the case. It's full of sugar, as it is in the name.
Right.
Okay, well, my game is so that was like I feel like one of the first products that I remember were like influencers, like celebrities were like trying to sell it and like
yeah,
getting like brand
really
deals for
pushing
it.
it.
Yeah.
So the game is I don't really have a name for it, but I'm gonna say someone and you guys have to tell me if they posted for Sugar Bear Hair Care or not.
Okay.
Okay?
I love it.
This is fun.
Khloe Kardashian.
Yeah.
I would assume so.
Yes.
Okay.
Kim Kardashian.
No.
Like no, because she's a bitch. I don't know.
She did.
She
did.
did.
Well, because didn't they have all like a deal to like
I think they all did, yeah. I remember Kylie's being the biggest.
you have
but,
to
Yeah.
do something like together, basically.
I was just gonna say
Yeah.
no to Kim because she speaks a lot about how like she won't like recommend something that she doesn't believe in, but like back in the day, I'm sure she would.
Yeah,
Even
it's
like 6 years
different.
ago, I'm sure
Yeah, yeah,
things
yeah,
have
yeah.
changed. Yeah.
James Charles.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, James. Wait. Yes. James Charles did.
Yes.
I'm just gonna go
James
yes
Charles
because
did.
that was
Because
his
that was the
exact
beef.
year
Yeah.
to be like clinging on to do like everything he could.
Yeah. Well, no. He went to Coachella with Sugar Bear Hair, and that's what started By Sister. That's why By Sister.
That's
was
the whole
created.
like that
Speaking
was
of-
Tati Beauty had her own gummies, and he posted about them, and that's when everything happened.
that
Okay,
was
Tati
the catalyst.
was one of my people, so I guess you know that she
Sorry.
did
She
not.
did not,
do
because
it.
she had Halo
right.
Beauty.
And also
Yeah.
just knowing her personality, like I don't think that bitch would do that.
No.
Sabrina Carpenter.
No.
2018, what was she doing?
She was like on Disney Channel, so I really doubt it.
Yeah, no.
Sabrina Carpenter did post for Sugar Bear Hair Care.
Oh. I guess that makes sense
Yeah.
too. Huh.
That is bizarre.
This is a picture of her, yeah.
I kind of
She like looks so
I
totally
different.
have
Her
seen-
like
I've
old
seen
face.
hair, so,
Yeah.
wow.
I've seen that picture.
Okay, Vanessa Hudgens.
Yeah? No. I'm gonna say no. I don't know.
I don't think it's something she'd do.
I don't think so either, but I don't know. It feels like they had money to throw, so I don't know.
Okay. Vanessa Hudgens
so
did
annoying.
post for Sugar Bear Hair
Yeah, I
Care.
was just gonna say based on annoyance.
Yeah, Kylie Jenner.
Yes.
Sure. Yeah. Didn't she
Yes.
have to? I don't know.
Selena Gomez.
No, I think she's too pretty for it.
God, I don't know.
I think she. Oh my God, think about. She's
5,
the most followed person
4,
on Instagram.
No.
3,
I'm going
2,
no.
1. She did not. Ariana Grande.
Yes.
Yes, because she was. No, because she's fake hair and everyone knows it.
I know, but I feel like back in the day, it was like,
3,
how's her
2,
ponytail real?
1. She
no.
did not.
Ugh.
I didn't keep track of who won that, but
No.
I think we were pretty even.
We were
yeah, I
kind
think
of.
it was pretty.
And that
I
was
don't know.
more just like truly.
That was just
based
like an
off vibes.
icebreaker.
That was
the
Yeah.
vibes one.
So yeah, I could probably count on my hands like the amount of times I've been influenced by a celebrity. Even when it's more just like I feel like I'm more influenced by like non-paid partnerships than
Well, yeah.
like when they're like, I just got this coffee, like, and then I would
Yeah.
go get the coffee or
Sure.
like something
I-
or like
yeah.
something to eat.
Yeah, I feel like daily things, not something that's like a big purchase, I would be influenced by a celebrity, but something that's like a bigger purchase or like, I don't know, just like has higher stakes, I would more trust like a normal person or like an influencer that's like, this isn't an ad and like I use this every day. Like it has to be something like
Yeah,
that.
of course.
Yeah.
You have to be a normal person that like does normal things and like spends your money for me to
Yeah.
trust that like I should buy it too.
Yeah,
You know?
because I think on the other hand, since we've been in the game now for so long, like the influencer game,
Yeah.
the more guidelines we've had to, like the more strict of a process it's all becoming,
Yeah.
and like I think that's caused some of audiences to be like pulling away from that exact thing,
Yeah.
right? Which is why we love influencers who have 9-to-5s,
Right.
and we
Yeah.
love the influencers who
Very
are new and real and
Yeah,
raw, and then
and
they
yeah.
quit their job to pursue content creation, and then everyone turns on them because they're like, no, we followed you because you were real,
Yeah, and it's like,
not because
well,
you were an
you guys need
influencer.
money, so,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. Okay, I feel like the biggest like thing that we have kind of like been facing with like reality TV and like cancellation right now is the whole Sierra Love Island thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys want to explain since
Yeah,
I didn't really follow?
I can explain.
Yeah.
So basically, this season of Love Island, there was 2 contestants kicked off. The first one was, and this is like, it doesn't happen. Like, you get booted off the show naturally, but they were completely pulled from the villa without any explanation, essentially. The first girl, Yulissa, there was a podcast in which she was saying the N-word, like, repeatedly. So the second day of Love Island, she was booted off. And then Sierra, someone basically had a screenshot of a story of hers where she was using an Asian slur, very derogatory, and it kind of like, Ulysses like blew up, but just because Sierra had been on the show for weeks and weeks and weeks, like it literally like overtook everything. Every comment on Love Island's
Yeah.
post was, you have to remove
Well, and I
her.
think it got prompted, and then they didn't kick her out right away because
Yes.
it was like one little thing that was brought up,
Yeah,
and then there
it
was something
more
else,
and more, yeah.
so it was uncovered. So
Yeah.
with the discovering of like 1 or 2 more pieces of evidence that she said it like on like multiple occasions,
Right,
the same
yeah,
slur,
yeah.
it was like really hard to ignore.
Yeah, very hard to ignore. And I think like commonly used, like the N-word is just more commonly used as a slur. Probably just because it's like in music and, you know, whatever
Yeah.
the culture. So I think the Asian community was also like, you're going to prosecute someone for
This, like, you
this.
have to treat this the
like,
same way, yeah.
Like we get the same amount of hate as any other culture. So like, please like back us up here. And they did. And yeah.
But at this point, like we're only probably less than 2 weeks away from the finale.
Yeah.
She had been in there for
Yeah.
the whole time at that point, so it was a little bit
Yeah.
more dramatic of a thing to like remove her at that point in the
Right.
game.
And I think this was the first time pretty much in Love Island history where this has been like so prevalent. Like, I'm sure people have gotten pulled for other reasons and like other things have been dug up about people. I'm sure, I just can't think of one off the top of my head right now.
But I think
this was very different.
Well, we were just talking about this in the last episode, but we have discussed why we discussed why this season of Love Island maybe didn't work as much as last season's particularly, and I think because like it got so like people were so obsessed with last year's that
Yeah.
people were so ready to be like anything but consuming this normally,
Yes.
that we just had such a hive mind
Yeah.
on social media about
Yeah.
this, so it just like it was like a dog pile of like
100%.
everything,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
just like this particular situation, but like everything that occurred in this
Right.
season. So I think everything, just my point just saying is like everything felt amplified to 1,000.
1,000%. Yeah, I mean, like, you couldn't open your phone and not see something about it. Like, Michael didn't watch a single episode, and he pretty much knows everything that happened. So it's like, you know, it was taking over everyone's
So the ending of, actually, on the flip side, after Sierra leaves the villa, she makes an apology video, and she basically shows the original final screenshot that the person, whoever, basically DM'd Sierra a year ago, or in 2024 I think it happened, and was like, this is a slur, just so you know. Like, after Sierra got out of the villa, she released the other half of the screenshot that was like her full-fledged apology that was like very nice and like very well thought out.
Yeah.
And like, not saying it excuses her obviously of the action, but it's like, this person purposely leaked this part of the screenshot.
Yes. To ruin her life.
Sierra was, you know, no phone, nothing, had no chance to like clear her name until she was completely voted out of the villa. So like, and again, like, the apology was like very much like taking accountability, like whatever, and I think she didn't drop it to be like, see, I'm absolved of anything, but it was very much just like, well, you guys have all clung on to this like one screenshot that is circulated, like if it counts for anything, like, here's my full apology that person didn't, very clearly purposely did not leak. So I think going back to just like how everything is like amplified to 100 this season of Love Island, people were so ready to do shit like that. People were grasping at straws. People were like clinging on to anything.
Don't deserve this kind of thing
to ruin someone's life.
It's like all you want to do. That's honestly like maybe my biggest like complaint about TikTok too, is just like people get canceled so easy on TikTok, and I'm not like condemning cancel culture at all. Like, that's,
we're not saying
like,
cancel culture.
Yeah, but I am saying like it's so easy for things to just get so out of hand and so out of context. What's crazy is like, I even with work stuff, like, I'll post the same video on Instagram and on TikTok, and I'll look at the comments on each. On Instagram, they're like totally normal, they're positive comments, everyone's liking it, and on TikTok they're all negative. I mean, like, maybe there's like one or two critical ones on Instagram, but then on TikTok everyone is negative, and I just feel like TikTok, like, people aren't smart enough for it, or like the general like masses. I'm not saying we're like geniuses with TikTok, but it's just saying it's like people like can't.
Well, yeah, it goes back to our general thesis of whatever happened to fun. Nobody can consume media in a way that is nuanced and doesn't immediately need an opinion and doesn't immediately need to be like dogpiled in a TikTok comment section of like making 100%. A comment about literally anything.
No, it's such a shame.
I also think like with TikTok, like, we have these accounts like less than Instagram. Like, most people like probably don't have 1 million accounts on Instagram. It's probably just their personal. But with TikTok, they probably like more than likely have a burner, or their burner is their only account. So I think it's easier for people to comment without like them being traced exactly back to their Instagram profile. Yeah. If that makes sense. You know?
Yes. Yeah. 100%.
So
that's a good point.
I just think people feel way more comfortable on there. It's like Twitter. You know what I mean? Like, nobody knows who you are on there.
I also feel like on the topic of Love Island before, because I know we're going to talk about other stuff, obviously, but, and maybe Michael, you wanted to hit on this, but like, I feel like within the context of the reality TV to influencer pipeline that, you know, we've been discussing, that's, I mean, you could trace it back to the Kardashians, like, probably whatever, but
Hilton,
specifically another reason why I feel like this season of Love Island was tainted was because I feel like I'm witnessing like something other than just like these people living in a bubble. I feel like I'm witnessing these people going on for the exact opportunity to become an influencer right after.
Right.
And I think that's also kind of ruined some of it. And to the point where I actually thought this morning, I was scrolling on Twitter and I woke up to see that like TJ and Iris were caught on paparazzi, and then someone was like, TJ literally called TMZs to like for them to pop each other together, which is probably true. And it got me thinking about how, because all those TikTok comments at the time that Iris and Pepe got together were like, she's gonna go right back to TJ and he's gonna go right back to Hannah, like whatever. It got me thinking about how, since they were aware like that was like the cultural opinion on it, that they could have went home, like absorbed all of this information and the opinion on them and done exactly what they know is just going to get them more views. Like, I 100% think Nick and Andrea is real. I love them so much.
Yes.
But this is a perfect example. Think about how much they know people love them. They could stay together for a couple weeks. They're staying together in LA for a week, right? Post Love Island. They will stay together and just make a shit ton of content because they know that people are going to eat that shit up, even if they actually, the whole thing was fake, or even if they realize they hate each other after the Bella, right? Like, I'm just witnessing, I feel like, more than any other season, because again, it blew up after last season, that yes, those people from last season became influencers, but it was like that lightning in a bottle that like made it so special.
Once in a lifetime kind
and I
of thing.
feel like I'm just witnessing everything turn sour because everyone is just so like fame and influencer hungry.
Yeah, well now it's like becoming about the show. Like that's what's killing Housewives. It's like back before it was like social media and everyone was worried about getting canceled. Like now it's just like I'm going on Housewives to be on Housewives, and like I have like 1,000 episodes that I can go back and watch, and I know what people like and I know what people don't like. So now I'm just going to become like this perfectly curated like person. Yeah. A lot of Housewives seasons are really good, but then like even there's like certain ones where it's just like when it's clear that they're fighting about the show, or like you didn't invite me to this party and I'm mad at you, but you know that the reason that like the real reason that this person is mad that they weren't invited to the party is because of the people there, or they wanted more screen time in the episode. And it's just kind of like the more we stray from things being about real people, the more we stray from good TV, basically. It's just kind of like, the thing about reality TV is that, like, I don't know if I've ever watched something and been like, this is so fake, reality TV, and, like, really enjoyed it. Because I feel like a lot of people like to say that, like, a lot of reality TV is, like, scripted and, like, not real. It's pretty real. Like, I feel like from everything I've read, I read this really fabulous book called Not All Diamonds and Rosé, and it's, like, the oral history of Housewives, basically, and like really shows you how they make the shows, and like things are set up and like scenes are set up, but like there's no script. Like these people are not good actors. Like if people are that good of an actor, they'd be much more famous. Like it's like reality TV is not as scripted as people like kind of want it to be.
Had, like to say about Love Island too, like these people are acting like they're in love, or these people are scamming. It's like you're putting too much. You're giving them too much credit.
Yeah, you literally are.
Yes, it's highly produced, but like it's not completely.
There's people again lack critical thinking, but like there's a big difference between a producer being like, "Oh, Devin, you should go talk to Michael today," or them having
or go into this room, see if they're in there right now.
Those are not the two same things in any capacity.
At all.
But no, I totally agree.
Yeah, it's so okay. So now I guess I'll bring up this because it brings up like a larger question. Yeah. In 2023, Bethany Frankel decided that like basically after she left Housewives and she like found her, Bethany. I mean, I'm not going to get into it too much, but like she kind of just like goes whatever way the wind blows and like just like clings onto that. You can see it on TikTok. Yeah. But basically she realized that like she was getting more attention like talking shit about being on Housewives than actually being on Housewives. So she created what she called Reality Reckoning, which was like she got a bunch of Bravo people and then she wanted to eventually expand it to like reality TV as like at large. For like this big hit piece in Vanity Fair where some people spoke like on the record or off the record. I will read you the first 3 paragraphs and we can kind of like discuss because it is pretty interesting. Okay. All right, this is how it starts. The housewife woke up in her own urine. She was still drunk from the night before when she'd had 3 drinks at dinner, another 3 or 4 with her co-stars, and then an indeterminate but debilitating amount of mezcal after her castmates went to sleep. The house had been fully stocked when they arrived, so I guess producers like fully stocked the house with alcohol. She was too hungover to care that she'd wet the bed and so sick that she couldn't film, she told production. But the people on set kept telling her she was fine. It was just the Mexican water screwing up her stomach. The same thing happened to them in Cartagena, Colombia the year before. The van hired for the day trip pulled over so the housewife could throw up. When the crew saw what was happening, they rushed over, she said, not to help, but to document it. Bravo didn't wind up airing that footage, and production did bring him a doctor to give the housewife a shot. She pulled down her pants on camera and took it while a castmate held her hand. So basically, it's like, the big thing of like Real Housewives is like the whole season revolves around this big trip, which is like they put them all in a house and like chaos ensues because they're like locked in a house together, basically. But like what she's kind of saying is like she's so drunk on set because there's not enough HR in Bravo. Like there is an HR department, obviously, but like on set, do you need an HR person with you every day? I'm not sure what it's like for Love Island.
Right, I don't think
do they give them any counseling
Yes,
on Love
they
Island?
have
Like,
people on the villa.
They do?
Yeah.
What, is it just like...
I'm not sure of
They
the
have-
specifics, but
I
I
don't
know
the
that they
specifics,
have...
but I know that they've, like, I know, like, last year they were like, I had to, like,
I think
Lee was like, I had to see this,
they
like,
all have
multiple times,
scheduled,
yeah.
like, psych...
Yeah, I
like,
think they, like, talk
Yeah.
through everything
Yeah.
that's going on.
Do you need... So then it's like, okay, if a housewife is going to lunch with another housewife, do you need a doctor, an HR, and a therapist
on
like,
site at the lunch?
Yeah, like, and
Like,
it's like,
you'd
no,
think no.
I'm
You'd
sorry.
think no.
And my position on this is, like, I think that there are steps where, like, things do become, like, exploitative, whatever.
Yeah.
But I also don't think that, like, the more it becomes so heavily produced, the less fun it becomes. Like, I just kind of think that I'm not blaming anyone for getting too drunk and thinking that you have to do this because you want to stay on the show.
Yeah.
But I am thinking, like, well, this is becoming too produced. Like, really, if you wanted a good scene, you just have to be yourself. So it's
Right.
kind of like, it's not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
kind of like a push and pull of, like,
Yeah, it's a push.
things are only good when it's real and when it's, like, kind of more authentic. And so, like, when something like that is, like, so heavily produced and it's like, what are we even doing here? Like, I'd rather just go
Right.
watch a scripted show anyways.
Right, I think that, like...
Let me go watch The White Lotus.
Right,
Like,
exactly. I think that this, like, obviously, it sucks, and it's like, I think these big corporations are like, all press is good press kind of thing, so they're gonna do anything for the shot. Like, they know that that person throwing up on camera and being hungover would be a huge hit for them. So I think in that mindset, when you're like the cast member or the star, that's like hard to process, because you're like, anything that I do, like, they want to record everything I do because it's gonna benefit them when I'm in pain. But I think on the flip side, it's like, you are signing up for this, and like, you know what they want from you. So although I think that sucks, and like, you know, I would never want someone filming me throwing up and then having to pulling my pants down and get a shot. But it's like, you have signed up for this because you have like, if it's not the first season of whatever the show is, you know exactly what's gonna happen. You know what you want in return from this, following whatever. And it's like, if you can't do it, then don't sign up for it. It's kind of like, I
maybe you're just not the right
completely
person
understand
for
both
it.
sides. I think it's like, also like, if you know you're being filmed 24/7, like, maybe don't get pissed drunk. Like, and I get like, I see it both sides, and I think it's very push and pull, like you said. But at the end of the day, you're going on reality TV.
Yeah.
You know that they are trying to make you guys probably look as bad as possible. So it's like, what did you sign up for?
Especially to your point, like, of specifically the Housewives, you
Yeah.
should know what you sign up for, because Housewives is a show that's been on for seasons, and they tend to stick with the same group of housewives.
Yeah.
So you'd think that these are
And
also
similar
like
plots,
like professionals, like, in their own right, that they know what the producers are gonna want. They know like what they might say. They might know how they produce.
Yeah.
They also might know like who's gonna be on site, who's not gonna be there. Like,
Right.
way more than like a person going in like cold on Love Island, who's like first time on reality TV.
Yeah.
So to that point, it's like,
Yes. You guys are like almost like actors and actresses.
yeah, like they like, I know
like a
that
cast.
I know everyone
Yeah.
enters the cast at a point, but it does feel like in Housewives particularly, they should have a little bit more of an understanding of what's going to go on.
Because it's like, I don't think anyone should be taken advantage of, and that is like definitely crossing a line to an extent. But when you sign up, you're signing away your rights. Like, I'm sure there's a million things that they sign that's like, we own you, we own everything you say. It's like when you get interviewed by someone, right? And then you're like, oh my god, I said something that I didn't want to say, but it's like, we already bought the exclusive rights to you, so you can't go back on it. It's kind of that. It's like, well, maybe you shouldn't have done that. You knew that they were going to film everything.
Well, the other thing, though, that like I'm taking away from that article too, is how much alcohol plays a part in this, which it could be a completely separate conversation.
Right.
But yes, and then as we know, alcohol clouds your mind, and you lose your inhibition. So I'm sure it's completely embarrassing and mortifying for a grown woman for that to happen to, and then she like looks back and is like, I don't remember that, and like, I can't believe I drank that much at lunch or whatever. Which is to like another point, which is why they don't let people on Love Island drink that much. So that is, they're allowed 2 drinks a night, I think.
Probably
on
Drag
give or
Race,
take,
they're only
like,
allowed to have like 1 drink.
right, and so there are all these rules that Housewives.
What show did you say?
Drag Race.
Drag Race.
there are all these rules on alcohol that when you think about it, like when I think about it, I'm like, oh Jesus, I couldn't only do 2 drinks a night in that fucking place, right?
Oh my God,
but you understand why those things are put in place when you hear something like this. And obviously housewives can't have the same standards as that because it's like, well, these people are literally just filming them live their lives. So like,
it's kind of bizarre, like thinking about like the legality of it, because like to me, Love Island, like that makes perfect sense. They've flown out all these people under 30 to Fiji. They're all their liabilities. Like they're not going to let them get hammered and like, I don't know, hit their head, stuff like that. Like that makes more sense too when it's like everything is being filmed. So God forbid something happens on their accord. Like then that's Bravo or Peacock or whoever's fault. So,
and that's like the whole thing. Like I think Bethany was like I think Bethany did start a lawsuit.
About Bethany?
I think it is. Okay. Yeah, I think it is. It doesn't say, but like I'm assuming it is. Yeah. She interviews a few other people in there, but like Bethany was like really the one. And the other person that was like highly involved was Rachel from the whole Scandival thing, and like
of course
that was like a whole other thing because it's like, well, that wasn't even on the show basically, and then like it became on the show because you were hiding it, and it's just kind of like. When I feel like another thing of reality TV is like people want things not on camera, or like they want to try to hide things. But it's like if you're on a show, like you have to know like you're going to like if you like have anything hidden, it's gonna come out.
Right. No, absolutely. Like just like we've seen in Love Island too. Even if it's not going to come out via your castmates, it's going to come out online.
Well, it's also so interesting because Love Island is probably the biggest show with people on it that grew up in the age of social media fully. And so, like, I'm sure that's going to happen again next season.
Right, yeah. I mean,
no matter how much
it's almost like, should we just quit it now?
Literally.
Like, honestly.
I really don't know.
Because it just doesn't feel authentic anymore. And clearly when you watch a reality TV show, you know you're setting yourself up to know that a certain amount of this is going to be produced, right? Yeah. Like, you watch The Bachelor and you can exactly tell, like,
how it fits their storyline.
And specifically with what moments, especially with, like, the dates and stuff. Like, you know it's going to be a little cheesy and a little corny, but that's what you're signing up for. Like, but I think with now, as we're saying, like with the age of social media, it's like, okay, but I didn't sign up just for a bunch of people to walk in who don't have real jobs, who are just so fame hungry and will do anything just to get attention, so that as soon as they leave this show, they can have all the world's attention on social media and just build a life of it just doesn't feel like, which is why Housewives has worked so well for so long, because it's specifically about, first of all, it started a long time ago, but it's specifically about housewives, and it's like
you have to be a specific type of person.
Yeah, you have to be a very specific type of person. You're not
lived this life.
You're not on that show just to, like, yes, I'm sure it helps them sell their drink and sell their book and sell their whatever, but it's like you're committed to that, and that's your lifestyle, and your marital problems and your family problems. Like, that's gonna get aired out, like whatever fucking happened with Bethany Frankel's like husband and all that shit. Like that's completely different. So I think that's why that show has also worked for a longer
time.
There is, time,
it's also, it's like,
of course Bethany Frankel's a big influencer now, but
not everyone is though.
Not everyone has that.
And but also this is years after, like she's already done that. Like
she's done. I think another big thing is like on Drag Race this season, a lot of the complaints were like, these people are going on regular Drag Race. People are like, they're going on to be on All Stars, basically. It's like, they're going, because there's 16 seasons that you could just watch. So they're going in acting like their favorite, so they can like just perfectly manufacture themselves. Even if they don't want to win, they're not even like there to win. They're there to be on All Stars and to like have the career beyond, instead of just fully committing yourself to what you're doing and your work. And then, which I feel like is like authentic. Love Island too. Like maybe some of those people didn't even care if they won, as long as they had a platform.
I do though with Drag Race. I have not watched many episodes at all, but I do feel like that's like their art and their work.
Right, that's what I was going to say. So
I do understand that it's like they want to do that because like this is their job and their livelihood. Whereas like these people on Love Island all have jobs already. I'm not saying that they would ever be as successful as they would as a big time influencer, but like these people who do drag, like that's, what they do for a living. So
and if they can get a platform off of just being on that show, that's like, okay, but I'm getting a platform for like an art and I perform, so that makes sense. Like that, that's more
earned my spot here.
Yes, they've earned their spot. Where something like Love Island's completely picked out of a hat kind of thing. Which, I mean, I think I don't know why I didn't put this together in my head. It's like very clear looking back on it now, but I think it's so funny, like everything we spoke about, how like we can't really talk about reality TV and reality TV stars without immediately like linking it with social media
Yeah.
and
because it's
influencer
become
culture
too
now.
much. Yeah.
And it's very like
Yeah.
hand in hand, and I think like
The best seasons
yeah.
of Housewives were pre-social media.
Right.
Yeah, well,
Like,
think
yeah.
about
And-
the Kardashians. Like,
yeah.
that's why they're so famous. Is like,
Yeah.
if social media never existed, like they would
They
still
would
be
still be
incredibly
because they had
TV
that golden
famous,
age of reality TV.
Yeah.
But it's like it's so different.
And that's why
than
the
it
show
is
now sucks, because
Yeah.
it's like
Right, 'cause
they're not
it's
going to show.
highly
It's like what I
produced.
really want to see is like Kim breaking up with like Pete Davidson. I want to see.
Yeah.
I want to see Kylie's relationship with Travis Scott, but they're not going to give us
Yeah, I
that.
wanna
But they're
see-
already so famous that they don't have to.
I wanna
They're-
see
yeah.
Bella Thorne in the bathroom with Scott
They're
Disick.
past
That's what I
their
want to
they're
see.
past like
Yeah.
their prime anyway in
Yeah.
terms of like reality
Oh,
TV,
yeah.
because now,
Now
they
it's
just
just
have
like
so much
a
career
vlog of their
otherwise.
lives.
They
Yeah.
won't say
Yeah.
anything. Like that's why
Yeah.
we loved them, was because they would say whatever the fuck they wanted.
Yeah.
But now it's like they have too much.
But yes, but this is all because they struck that gold of
yeah.
that original,
Yes.
perfect time for reality TV, which I think, all
They got
power
away
to
with
them.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But just overall, I think, we're kind
Yeah.
of begging the question of, is influencer culture kind of just the demise
Yeah.
of reality TV?
well,
Kind of. It kind of just is the new reality TV.
Yeah.
Right, it is
But
the
it's
new
like, as
reality
we're
TV.
saying, generally, reality TV's gotten worse.
Yeah.
So has it just
Yeah.
kind of ruined
It
that
has.
for
This
us?
is why the best reality show is Summer House, because it's literally like these people who have normal 9 to 5s
Yeah.
in New York City, and then like on the weekends they like work so hard during the week that like when they go to the Hamptons on the weekend,
They just
like
get-
they unleash and like they party, and it's just being
Yeah.
like normal people. Like
Yeah.
it's
but
just
now
kind
a
of
lot
like
of them are famous though. Right?
Yeah.
now a lot of them are famous, but you can't like they don't bring people onto the show who are
are already
influencers. Like they
famous,
would
so.
never put like an influencer.
That's
on
like
there.
literally exactly the type of reality TV show that we should be on.
We should be on
I
Summer
wanna be on
House.
it. Well, we see those people all
All
the
the
time.
time,
We
yeah.
the amount of times we've been at a bar and like we've,
Yeah,
like,
which is
we've
perfect.
walked by them and I've been
It's
like, guys,
oh,
that's
but
literally
like they're not famous
Emerald.
enough to
I love
be
that, though. I
like
love that.
covering
Yeah.
their faces or anything. Like they're just
No,
living
yeah,
their
they were
lives.
like
Yeah.
literally casually sitting in a corner at the corner still.
Yeah.
Like,
Darling.
yeah.
I have a question.
What?
Would you rather? Okay, so Love Island.
Ooh,
yeah.
okay.
Love Island, you are. The whole show is like pretty much live, and you don't have your phone the whole time. The Bachelor, you don't have your phone while you're filming, but then when it airs, you get to watch in real time the show and how people feel about you.
Mm-hmm.
Which would you rather do? And right off the bat, like, think about like the show is already done on Love Island, so when you come out, like those opinions are those opinions, and there's
Yeah,
nothing
and you don't know
can
what
do.
edit you've been given.
Big
Right,
Brother,
and there's
Big
nothing
Brother.
you can do.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
Bachelor, you have to sit there and watch every comment as it's happening. What would you rather?
And like the kind of like
And
way
yeah.
you're being perceived, and
yeah, and
also
you're
would
watching
do
it and
it.
you don't know what
Yeah.
what the next episode is going to hold for
and
you.
you're watching that and you're like, wait, that happened yesterday, and that's
Yeah.
not how it went down. So
Exactly.
you can also be
Yeah.
pissed
I would
about that.
100% want to be like phone away. Look at Huda. If
Yeah.
Huda saw, I mean maybe not because she's crazy, but like if she saw the way people were talking about her in those
In the
early
beginning,
episodes, but
yeah.
now I feel like she's come out of it and like she's probably going to be the most successful one. Like I think if she
Yeah.
saw the way people were talking about her in the beginning, she would have quieted down. She wouldn't have like
Yeah.
you can't like you
well,
need
no,
the
the
full
Bachelor
arc.
was all filmed. It's already
Love Island.
all yeah, but no, I'm saying like the Bachelor is all filmed. It's done. You just have your phone during it.
Oh,
Like,
it's like
pre- you
happening.
can-
So
yeah.
like
Yeah,
Big
yeah,
Brother
yeah.
is like
Like, you
they're
can't-
in the house
you're
right
not
now.
filming,
It is
so you
airing
can't
right
change
now.
anything. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I kind of like. I mean, I feel like those don't really make a difference because like you're not getting even when The Bachelor is filming like later, you're not getting the day to day.
Yeah,
Like I
sure.
think I would like it if I just like came out of it knowing how people feel about me at the end because like either way it's gonna change and like not
Yeah.
having
Yeah.
to like,
And like
have
if
that
you're
like cloud my
obsessively,
influence or
yeah,
like
you're
not be
obsessively
myself.
looking
You
every
would, like, take
episode,
over, like,
every day.
rather like being there.
That's Housewives,
and
yeah,
filming.
it's like-
I think it's like
Yeah.
over in a moment. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you do it and then
Yeah,
you
but
see everything.
At the end of
but
the
you don't
day,
have to,
though, like
continue.
you think about those people like getting out after 2 months,
Yeah.
having to absorb every single thing that's happened.
Immediately, yeah.
Like that seems
That's
like
a lot.
that more just seems like complete and utter shock to me.
Yeah.
And I think about Love Island like in terms of I've also thought about not only do you not have your phone, but like these people aren't given that much food. They've said that they have 2 to 5 hours of sleep a night.
Like that sounds horrible.
Like it's
Yeah, it's wild.
which is why you also and only 2 drinks a night. Which is why you see these people have these outbursts because they're just
Yeah,
more
they're-
like sleep deprived and
they're
going
exhausted.
insane.
Yeah.
So
And
then
then
after
it's like,
all of this, then
is
you
that
get your phone.
ethical on the
Yeah.
terms of Peacock and NBC
Right.
Universal?
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, yeah, because I definitely think, like, especially Bachelor, like, the filming is not as intense 100%, especially, like, because there's so much one-on-one time between the Bachelor or the Bachelorette and then the contestants, where everyone else is like back at the house, like living a normal life in that moment. Whereas like Love Island, like you're either always on or you can't talk to the people around you because you're not filming, and you're probably like, I saw this video of Huda, which nobody should be talking about anybody's body, but it was like a comparison of her face from like the first night to the last night, and like her face is so much
completely
more slim
different
than it was. Yeah, and it's like,
Yeah.
are you guys feeding them at all?
Like,
Like
no.
that is bizarre to me. Like these people are hot and sweaty all day long. They don't sleep. Like I'm sure
Yeah,
they're
but it's
not
also,
like taking
like-
care of themselves
Yeah.
like they would. Like,
And I
it's
do
so
think
crazy.
like I would, being able to not like decompress alone for a few hours, like I think I
Imagine.
would go crazy.
Okay,
too.
so what reality show would you guys want to be on, if any? Or no, if you had to
I
be on a
think,
reality
well,
show, which
to
one
go
would you
back to, because I've actually, when we were watching The Bachelor this season, I said this. For all those reasons, like, I don't know which one I would pick for, like, in terms of the question you've just posed, but I always said that I would be terrible on The Bachelor. Like, personality-wise, I would work much better in a villa, because at least I could just kind of, like, live and talk to people, and I know how to flirt with people.
Yeah.
Whereas The Bachelor is, like, a bunch of these women fighting to the death for one man.
man.
Yeah.
And it's, like, it's so overly produced, and also you just like constantly feel like you're trying to prove yourself, and like the way
Right.
that they have to speak to one man to like be like,
Win him
look at
over.
me, I
Yeah.
do this, that I could not fucking do. So for that reason, I would rather be in Love Island, because at least I could just be a little bit more of like myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can always leave if you're going crazy.
Yeah.
What about you, Bella?
I think I wish I was just on Dance Moms. That's it. That's
Right.
what I wish.
Right.
Okay.
Because like I already lived that life. Like, everyone's like, all those girls are so miserable. Like they got, you know, horribly treated by their dance teacher. Like Abby was crazy, but like that's pretty much everyone's experience. Like your ballet teacher is just mean. That's just how it is. Like that's the way it goes. You're staring at yourself in a mirror all day. I would much rather be famous for that than just have lived
Yeah, because I already
Yeah.
did that.
I already did that. I would. My
Yeah.
life wouldn't be any different now. I'd just be really famous.
Yeah.
So I wish that.
That's a fair. That's a really fair. Because
Yeah.
it's like, well, I did that anyway.
Yeah,
So.
I literally live that life anyways.
That's why you could do Dancing with the Stars, because...
I'd be good at that too.
But you
Yeah.
could be a dancer.
I would be a dancer, not a
Not a star.
Not a star. I'm not a
Or you
star.
can get a star and then be a star.
Yeah. What
I
about you,
think...
Mikey?
I think either... I think I would want to... Well, yeah, I've, like not auditioned, but, like, submitted for Big Brother before.
Yeah.
I was, like, really want to do that.
Yeah.
And I think I'd kind of be good at it, and I like that, like, you're just, like, in there and you don't really know what people are saying, so it can't, like, influence your decision or, like, how you feel. So it's
Yeah.
just, like, really authentic. Or I would obviously want to do, like, a summer house or, like, Next Gen NYC. That's just,
Yeah.
like, your life. Because it's
Yeah.
like, okay, I'll just continue
just
living
do
my
it.
life. Yeah. Like, it's not...
Yeah, the reality
anything.
show that
And you
I
get to go in a
actually-
fabulous house in the Hamptons.
Right,
So,
so you get to like be booed.
Yeah.
I think the reality show I want to actually be in is that we're gonna make.
The one that we will
We're gonna
make.
produce, and it's just us in it.
And it's just
Oh,
us.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Our show.
And we
Yeah.
have to keep.
It's just
Well,
passing-
but
us,
that's
but
like
people-
that's like a summer house
Yeah.
Yeah.
next gen
Yeah.
like style.
Yeah. No, it is. It's this right here.
It's
Like
this.
in the words of our very good friend, we either need to be broadcasted in every billboard in Times Square, or we need to never be shown any
Anywhere.
text we've ever received to
Yeah.
the public.
Or
I
no one
know-
can
I
know.
don't know
Yeah.
which it is, but probably
We're
the
gonna find
latter,
out.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Hey. But yeah,
wait.
that's our take on reality.
I think
What?
I have one more question.
What?
Oh yeah. Well, we were talking about this, Michael. Why do you think like these people who go on Love Island are held to such a high stake, and they are probably arguably not as bad as like housewives like embezzling money and all that stuff?
Right.
Like, why do people like? Cause like, okay,
They're like ready. They have their pitchforks
Right,
like
and,
out
Yeah.
for Love
the
Island people.
generation like that we are right now, and what we're looking for in this right kind of person hates billionaires and hates what they stand for, and like that's what all these rich housewives are. Yet
Mm-hmm.
everyone like loves to like laugh with them, laugh at them,
Yeah.
think they're so funny.
Yeah.
Whereas like these people that are more our age and our demographic, who have made a mistake once in their life and probably inherently aren't bad people like
Yeah.
these rich people.
Yeah.
Why do we hold them to the stake of like you
Well,
have to
it's
be a
different
perfect person?
audiences.
Yeah.
Like, an
It
Eat the Rich
is.
person like might be watching Love Island and they're not watching.
Yeah.
Housewives.
They're not watching out. Yes,
Yeah.
but it's just
Yeah,
like.
but like
it
I could
is
say I could be,
interesting
but
to
I
me.
am that person, and I could do like I'm
Yeah.
still able to consume in a way that's normal.
But
Yeah.
then it's like,
Like, I'm
yes,
not
we
holding
just
that
have
Love
like a
Island
different
contestant
like
to
set
every
of
mistake.
standards where
Yeah.
it's like I don't need my housewives to be like down to earth or like relatable or like not like most of
Yeah.
them aren't good people anyway.
just
It's
know what
just
you're,
like,
and if
I'm
you're
just-
if you
I'm
can't
watching this,
consume
like, let me
that
watch
media,
this.
then don't.
It's not
watch.
hurting anyone. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just
Because
kind of
I'm
like
also like, I'm not holding any Love Island contestant, although I think that most of them are probably fine people, but like, they're not being brought onto Love Island because they're perfect.
They're like a
They're not. It's not Miss America. They're not
Yeah.
gonna win the
and like
pageant.
that, obviously we all know it goes without saying that like obviously we don't want someone with a platform that's going to say something like racist
Yeah.
or like homophobic or anything
No, like
horrible, but it's
Ulissa,
just
like when I saw that they let that person on, I was like, that's fucking crazy because those podcast clips of Ulissa
You-
were like from
and-
like this year, and I was
Yeah.
like, what?
And
Yeah.
anyone could have found
and
them.
like that's
Yeah.
their fault, but like
No, that's
I don't
their
know,
fault
it's
for
just
not
kind
doing
of
a
like
background check.
yeah.
No, and that like
Yeah.
that's a good example. Like Ulissa is probably inherently holds some sort of hate in her heart. And
Yeah,
like,
and that's
that is different.
It's but
yeah.
it's like easy for us to decipher when someone's like, oh yeah, like that I've learned from that was
Yeah.
really shitty, and like
Yeah.
I could look at that person and be like, you're not inherently a bad person, and I know
No.
that you've made
Yeah,
mistakes.
and then
Like
there's men like Austin and Charlie on this season, who Austin's like commented on it a bit, but it wasn't enough for me personally. But Austin has Trump reposts in his TikTok, and then
yeah,
people have said things about Charlie. I haven't personally seen any of it, but like we let these men who are probably way worse sweep
Yeah.
under the rug. They're getting brought on David Dobrik's channels.
Yeah.
All these.
Well, that's
influencers-
all you
well,
need to
that's
hear.
all you need
Yeah.
to know. But
It's
it's
all
like
about
Sierra
audience.
is gonna
Yeah.
have to like. If she ever
Yeah.
comes back, she's gonna have to rebuild her brand for years now. Where Austin and Charlie are
are
just
scot
fucking
free,
around
and
Well,
she
and
got
I'm
kicked
sorry,
out of the
but
villa
Yeah.
for that.
I'm
yeah.
sure some girls like canceling Sierra
Yes.
Yeah.
on from Love Island. Like I'm sure some of the girls canceling her like are listening to Morgan Wallen. Like it's
Yeah.
not
Of
like
course.
yeah.
The
like,
other
they're
thing
just,
though about
like-
Sierra that makes this more complex is that Sierra is annoying as shit.
Sierra. is-
So I
don't
actually
like
wanted her out of the villa because I hated her.
Oh,
It didn't
so
have
it was an
anything
issue.
to do with
had
why she got
nothing to
kicked
do
out,
with
which
it.
I back behind. But
Yeah.
she
It's very annoying.
she is a ridiculous person. Her apology video, she had a crystal around her neck and a sweater that said empath. That was her apology video. The best way I
Yeah,
could describe
that's crazy.
Sierra to you is Vanessa Hudgens would play her.
Yes.
Oh,
Vanessa
okay.
Hudgens, like
I
10
wanna
years
see
ago,
that,
would
like,
play her in, like, a
biopic.
biopic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
exactly
Okay.
how I could
Yeah, people are gonna die.
die. Yeah, people are gonna die.
No, that's
yeah, that's
literally
exactly
it.
what she is.
Yeah.
And also I'm a Nick Landria stan, and you could just tell after a while. Oh, Nick hated that girl, and
No.
he didn't know what
And
to do about
somehow
it.
he was wrapped around. She had her talons wrapped around him. Love her style though, I will say. But
Yeah, she's beautiful.
She is very beautiful. And
I didn't want her on my
annoying.
screen anymore.
No, I wanted her out of my villa. So that I think it's harder too when it's
Yeah.
like,
I
and we,
hate her.
we actually don't like you, but I still don't.
Whereas
think you're a bad
I've
person,
said about
but-
Austin, he like I do not tolerate a Trump even repost. Fuck that.
Yeah, fuck that.
But I literally think he's hilarious,
Yeah, I do
and I'm
too.
like, see, I'm aware of that I have,
Yeah.
and that's not even like any sort of internalized misogyny,
No.
because I think everyone could agree Sierra's just like, girl, take the crystal off your neck for the apology video. Like, come on,
Yeah,
that's a little much.
right, like
Austin's
yeah.
like funny, but he's the exact kind of funny that I could clock and be like, yeah, you're a dick.
Yeah,
But you're a
exactly.
funny dick. You're
Yeah,
yeah.
Same
in
with any
small
of those
doses, you're a
guys.
likable dick.
Yeah.
Sierra's like, I saw people say that it seemed like the episode after Sierra was kicked off, it was like a dark
Everyone was,
cloud
like,
disappeared
happy,
over
yeah.
the villa. People were just like, it was like one of people's favorite episodes just because people generally were like chipper and happy.
Yeah.
And it was just
No.
because Sierra was gone.
No,
Ugh.
because I think she was ruining the course of everything that was happening. I do. And I hate that for I like really, really hate that for her. I don't wish that upon her.
I just
but
wish she was not so
I
annoying.
think
But
I saw someone say like she was living. God, if there's like this movie, like this person comes into these different timelines and ruins everything. Like it's like a movie about this one person who's jumping timelines and is ruining everything in her path. And someone was like, I don't want to sound crazy, but I genuinely believe it's Sierra.
that's what Sierra's doing.
No, like, it was the second she came in, she ruined my Baldasha, and then she's
Yeah.
ruining everything else. And it's
Yeah.
like, Baldasha, I never wanted her to go home. I
ruined
wanted
Nick.
her to say weird shit on that TV all day long. I didn't want Sierra there.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Huh.
To end the episode, we're going to do our first ever 3-person Notorious Party Girl, and your Notorious Party Girl of the week is your favorite reality TV
Star.
person.
Person?
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll give me a second.
I can go first.
Oh my God.
I mean, mine, I have like, obviously, like, Countess Luann is like
Yeah.
on my, like,
Love.
Mount Rushmore of TV. But I'm actually going to go with my favorite reality person, which is Lindsay Hubbard. She is on Summer House. She's kind of like the long-running a cast member who's been there since season 1, and she's kind of just like always at like the center of drama. I just think that she's the perfect amount of like delusional and is so entertaining, fun to watch, and like really like if she brings up a point, even if she knows she's wrong, she's still gonna stand in it, and like yes, like fully in on it. And I think she's fun, and like she's a PR like person, and so yeah, she's my fave.
Okay, love.
Anyone else?
I have 2.
Okay.
Go. Because I'm
Christy Lucasiak from Dance Moms.
Okay.
Obviously. Love her.
Right.
I feel like she did something fucked up, so don't quote me on that, but I loved her in the era. And then I would say Luca Bish from Love Island UK season 8, I want to say. He is my favorite person, and then he just went on All Stars, and now he's like dating a new girl from that season of All Stars as well. He is my Roman Empire. I love him so much, but I genuinely think he's like great TV, and that's why he got back to back to Love Island All Stars. And what's the word I'm looking for? Honorable mention to Andrew. I don't know what his last name is, but the person who said, I licked her tit or whatever. That's my
licked
favorite,
her tit or whatever.
My favorite reality TV
this is
moment.
my tough thing, because I'm sure there are people that I loved watching Love Island, but since it's just one season and over, I don't know if I can name any of those people like my favorite star.
Yep.
So for that reason, I'll go Paula Abdul.
Cool.
Yeah, honestly, yes, Devin. That's amazing.
That's a good one.
I love
That was
her.
a wonderful answer.
Yeah.
And also the narrator for Love Island, he's been there with me through
Right.
all the
He's
seasons.
true.
He's hilarious.
Ian, do you want to come on our podcast?
Do you want to
He could be like our announcer. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that was
that's
my
it.
non-reality
That's a good
TV
one.
No,
watch.
that was a really good one, Devin.
Yeah. Oh, actually, a funny thing, 2 things actually, that are reality TV but not reality TV. I'm reading a book right now that's about reality TV, which is funny
Ooh.
because like in the it was literally last week that Love Island
The
ended,
height of Love
and
Island.
I started the book, and I'm actually almost done with the book, but it's Ruth Ware, One Perfect Couple, and it's like essentially it's like they all go to 5 couples go to an island, so it's like Love Island, but they're also competing, so it's like
Ooh.
Survivor meets Love Island, but then like it's also the premise is that the reality TV show was like on this deserted island that wasn't actually like supposed to be up and running, and then a storm comes in, and then it's actually not about the reality TV anymore, it's about them surviving on it.
Whoa. That sounds kind of good.
And also, I never finished the show, but
Oh, yeah, you told me about that.
I love the show, and I don't know if I told you, Michael, but it genuinely changed the way that I think about reality TV.
What show?
It's a show, it's a drama, it's a fictional show, it's not a reality TV show, but it's about reality TV, and it's called Unreal. It's on Netflix.
Oh, I've heard of it.
And my mother told me to watch
I
it,
need
and
to
I
watch
only
it.
was like halfway through the 2nd season, and I started getting too much anxiety, actually. But it's essentially like, it's about this producer that's on the show, and I guess I never thought about like the art of producing a reality TV show.
Yeah.
I'm sure this is dramatic as fuck, but it's actually really interesting to see how good this girl is at her job of the
Ooh.
reality TV show is like The Bachelor. Like, that's what it is. Like,
Okay.
it's not called The Bachelor,
But it is
whatever.
The Bachelor.
But that's the premise. They have a bunch of these women come in, and you get to like see how the producers like talk about the women and how they like assign them to each production like member and this woman's boss, and it's like how toxic it is. And it's so interesting to watch, and even though it's not real, it has made me rethink like how freaking, and it was while we were watching The Bachelor too, so
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god,
Yeah.
like, what is happening to
Ooh,
these
yeah.
women? Yeah, and like crazy shit happens to the women, like
Yeah.
obviously they go nuts, but it's just the way that it's like they
Yeah.
produce it, that
it's so interesting to think about, because it's like
Think about how that
we
works.
think that these people, like, we're in love with these people, but like in reality we're in love with the way that this producer is painting these people, and
Yeah.
we're actually in love with the producer because they're doing all the
and
work.
how they're editing it.
They're
Yeah.
like the heavy
Do you know what I
lifting.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
bizarre.
no, honestly, even just like watching season 1 of Unreal, like after Megan
I would like
Stalter,
to
like
watch
it will just like suck you in. Oh, and then like there's like a love interest, and it's like really, it's
Ooh.
really good.
and you're like, I love
Maybe
this.
I'll watch it.
No, you'll love it. Like
Okay.
you'd love it.
Okay.
The first season, at least, I got halfway through the second. So I can't watch
How many
dramas.
seasons is
It's only
it?
3.
Oh, okay.
And it's
Okay.
just from a couple
It's
years ago.
over now?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an older one, but I can't watch like real shows because like I got halfway through the second season. I was like, this is stressing me out too much. But I will finish it. I will.
I'll
Love.
watch it after Megan Stolt.
Love. Oh yeah. I still have to work on that. But yeah, we have to go. But thank you guys so much
We
for
have a
listening.
thing. We have to
My
go.
love show is a thing.
Also, shout out to Bowmanizer, my favorite TikTok creator who
Yes,
does
love him.
reality TV.
Content.
But yeah, thank you guys for watching and listening, and make sure you go back and listen to all of our other episodes.
They're great.
Please, we're begging, give us a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts and anywhere else. Subscribe to us on YouTube, watch that stuff, go on TikTok and find us. We are literally everywhere.
We have a Substack. Did you say that? Maybe we'll write something on that soon.
I could maybe write
something about reality.
Since we're kind of like,
we have a week too.
I'll write something for next week on our Substack. This week. It's out now. Sorry.
Streaming now.
It's out now. But yeah, so thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
I'm so bored I could die. No one's fun anymore. Whatever happened to